Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? It's July 1st, first day of a new month. That's always a good thing. I gotta tell you, the best thing I like about working at the dealership post-pandemic, jeans and sneakers. I mean, this is super comfortable. This is the way it should be. In yesterday's video, I was in this Toyota Camry and we talked about the hold mode, this button right here. And in the comments, you guys explained that it's for like drive-throughs and stop and go traffic, red lights, things like that. Basically, when you're driving, you come to a complete stop. You can then take your foot off the brake, kind of let your foot and your leg relax. Vehicle's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay in place until you hit the accelerator again. It's kind of like driving our Chevrolet Bolt in low. It'll do the same thing. You'll come to a complete stop just by letting go of the accelerator. When you come to a complete stop, the vehicle's just gonna kind of sit there until you're ready to leave again. Unless you're on a steep downhill. If you're on a downhill, it will still roll a little bit. But the question I have for myself, like a lot of people question about the Bolt, when you're sitting there and your foot is not on the brake and you're in hold mode in this Toyota, are the brake lights on? So we're gonna check that right now. What I'm gonna do is just back up over there next to that van, and I have a second GoPro with me. I'm gonna put a GoPro somewhere behind me on the ground or on the bumper of that van. I'm gonna drive forward, do the play-by-play in this car with this camera, and at that point, I'll just overlay the other video. You know, this camera, I tell you what, yesterday I commented about the camera, and when I was editing the video, I looked at the camera in video and I was like, yeah, it's actually, maybe I was a little hard on the camera. It seems nice, it's not bad. But look at how this curves. See how it gets distorted with the fisheye? I don't know. I'm telling you, I think they could have done better. This is 2019. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Let me just get positioned here and get the other camera outside. I'm gonna put this right here. That's recording. That should do the trick. Hop in here. We gotta buckle our seatbelt because it won't work if you're not buckled. We're gonna go to drive, we're gonna go to hold. Hold lights are on. Brake lights should be on right now because my foot is on the brake. I'm gonna let go of the brake, I'm gonna tap the gas. I'm rolling, I'm on the brake right now, so the brake light should be on. Now I'm gonna let go. So right now my foot is on the brake, and I don't know at the moment, but you guys know on screen, and actually I know as of right now on screen, whether the brake lights are on or not. We're gonna hit the gas right now. Oops, that's the brake. We're gonna hit the gas right now, so they should be off. Holding the brake again. Let go of the brake. Are they on or off? I don't know yet. I'll find out when I edit this later. All right, so the Toyota's gone. They literally left, and within seconds, the skies opened up and it started pouring out. I have another customer coming in around 12 o'clock to do paperwork on a Equinox. That'll be here on Friday. We grabbed it from one of our other stores. And for now, we're gonna hang tight inside and not go out here and get completely soaking wet. All right, guys, we're in it. It'll probably be over in a couple of minutes. 15, 20 minutes, it'll blow right by. Oh, man. People are getting nervous. They're actually stopping out on the road over there. This is why you need Rain-X. I don't know if you guys use Rain-X, but it's fantastic. The water just flies right off the window. We have a situation here that when it rains this hard, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but that front section up, I'm getting soaked. the front section here gets all flooded out. So I'm getting soaked. It totally cleared up. It's absolutely gorgeous outside now. It's 78 degrees, the sun is shining. You got some big white puffy clouds out there in the distance. I'm just driving my Volt around. We park at an auxiliary parking lot around the corner. So I'm just driving it up front right now so I can plug it in and top off the battery. Right now I have 20 miles worth of range left, you know, which is enough for me to get home. But if I charge it here, I can then drive home and then drive back in the morning. I don't have to charge it at home. Once this person moves out of the way, we're gonna pull right in here and plug her in.
You get 1 month complimentary. That's just for the coffee. Yeah.
I just had a customer stop in looking for the new 2021 Suburban and Tahoe, which we don't have yet. They're on the way. So we showed them this one. They wanted to see the size of a Suburban. They weren't too familiar with it. They have a Jeep Grand Cherokee now, so they're looking for something bigger. They feel the Suburban's a little too big. The current Tahoe's a little too small as far as the space behind the third row and the space in the third row. So the new 2021 Tahoe could be like a perfect fit, because that's gonna be a little bit bigger in those two spots. Now we're gonna drive this in the back, we're gonna park it, and I just found out that we got a delivery in, a factory order Malibu that I ordered before the pandemic. And every now and then,
demonstration mode.
Every now and then we have a car come in and there's damage on the vehicle. So I don't yet know what to expect when I look at this, but apparently there's damage on it. And I want to point this out to you for a particular reason, and why Schumacher Chevrolet is really a great place to buy a car. So my customer ordered a Chevy Malibu. It's a premier model, fully loaded. It's going to have everything that you can possibly get in the car. And it's going to be right there. What's up, Mo? We waited a long time for this vehicle. It's got literally every option you can get. They really wanted that nice interior, which is the atmosphere and light wheat is what they call it. But somewhere on the back of this car, there it is. Oh, wow. Is damage. So as you can see, the driver, I guess of the truck, the transport company, is the gentleman I think that damages. I really don't know the full story yet. I just found out about this a couple seconds before going out to move that Suburban. So we have to get an estimate on this. Now, what's great about this situation is this customer is going to know exactly what's wrong with this car before they make a decision to buy it. Okay, so they did a factory order. They're waiting a long time for the car, but if they don't want the car because of this damage that's on it being pre-existing, they don't have to take it. You know, we're gonna not just fix this and sweep it under the rug. Anybody who buys this car in the future would be told and shown pictures of the damage on it. So right now, that's what we're dealing with. When it's fixed, it will be 100%. It'll be absolutely perfect. And you know, you would have never known there was damage on it, other than the fact that we're going to tell you. But you know, listen, accidents happen. It's a shame. This is an absolutely beautiful car. It's a nice color. It's exactly what they wanted. And you know, all we could do is make the phone call, let them know, and be honest with them. You want to see the damage? Oh, you must have backed into something. Oh, I'm bringing. Hold on. Cancel that. So it looks like it's just a bumper cover, and it's a little bit on the trunk lid.
That's the last one was in factory order though.
I'll wait till I get the estimate and I'll call them up and tell them. Here comes the rain again. Blue skies, clouds, more clouds, a lot of clouds. and a little bit of rain. I found something new with the Malibu, or I learned something new, I should say. With that damaged Malibu, we don't have to accept that car from General Motors, which I never knew that. So what happened was that car was damaged on the rail or on the train or whatever. And once it gets to where it gets over here in Jersey, it gets shipped to the store no matter what. You can't refuse shipping. So it gets sent here, we file a report and a claim or whatever they gotta do. But they can deny the vehicle and they can send it back. So, you know, I called my customer and left them 2 voicemails for them to call me back and just tell them the situation of what's going on. I haven't heard from them yet. In the meantime, we're filing the claims and they'll decide what they want to do. You know, whether they even want to sell it to the customer, because I guess we can deny it that way, where we just send it back to GM. I don't know. It doesn't look that bad as far as the amount of damage. It looks like it's really just like a bumper cover and maybe one of the backup sensors or something like that, but you know, find out. What I can do with you right now is take you on a little driving tour of the lot, just to kind of see what we have going on and what's still here. So let's spin around the front. As you look straight ahead, you'll see my Volt is over there plugged in, still getting juiced up. We got a nice Chevy Bolt here on the right, followed by an Infiniti Q70, and then that Range Rover, or that Land Rover Discovery. Here we still have that Navigator, Tahoes and Suburbans, and Yukons and Yukon XLs. Got some Traverses, a couple of Traxes, the Equinox. You know, all primarily Chevrolet vehicles. Can't go through there, that's a dead end. Sometimes I feel like I'm always talking about the same thing because primarily our inventory is all GM product. That's why I like to kind of point out, or I'm going to start to point out more when we have something that's not GM, like that Toyota Camry we spoke about yesterday and earlier today. Maybe even I should take a look at this 2016 Buick, followed by that Honda. That noise you just heard was the safety alert seat. So these seats have, if it's optional. So the seats that have it have vibration in the left and right side of the seat. So as you drive and you pick up different warnings, whether it be, you know, your park sensors, your cross traffic alert, things like that, it'll fire those little vibrations to the left or right side to let you know, or to warn you that something's happening, you know, in that direction. In that case there where it just went off, I think it was because I was just pulling through those 2 cars which were pretty tight, and you know, it just gave me a little warning to let me know I was getting close. And that was actually on the left side.
Wrong side! Left side! Left side! Left side! Left side!
These cars here are all either lease returns or used cars that have to go through the shop, stuff like that. Here's that Rubicon Gladiator. This I think went through the shop, but we didn't detail it yet, so we have to get that ready. You know, we got a lot of work to do, you know, in all departments, and right now just being a little short-staffed, you know, things just take a little bit of time. But that's one of those situations that if we get somebody that's interested in that truck, let's say we make an appointment, well, at that point we'll get it cleaned immediately. My last customer's here right now. They're doing their lease buyout. So as of this customer right here, I'll be completely done for the month of June. We did 2 deliveries earlier today, and this lease buyout now. So I finished up June with 22 sold. That's pretty good. We did 88 as a store. Only 4 of us here, you know, half staff during a pandemic. So we're happy with that. Next month, for this month, I should say, the month of July, we're shooting for 90. And normally we do like 110 to 115. So we're not that far off pace, even in light of everything that's going on. So that's a good thing. Stay tuned, more videos on the way.